Testing, test. 1, 2, 1, 2. We are live. Took me a minute to get going today, boy. I had a lot going on, as usual, being a working class hustler. Jim, let me know if you got me. Are we live? Do you have audio? Hey, there is Sonia. Thank you for showing up, girl. You got me a got me a green smoothie I had to make. This is good too. I'll let you know what's in it in a minute here. All right. My man Jim, also known as Go Pappy Go, says everything is good. That's my production guy. We're going to give it a couple of minutes here before we get going. I may have to make some adjustments. I got stuff all over the place. Always trying to bring a better experience. Always testing things. So, we're going to get it on and popping. Hey, Diana Rocha. Hello. Welcome. Got some new people joining the Working Class Hustler family. That's a wonderful, wonderful thing. All right. Looks like we got, man, you guys are on it. We got 6 users showing. We got 5 likes. Even Ivan Pena. Hello, Ivan. That's a cool name, bro. Up to 7 viewers. It's a wonderful Saturday afternoon. I'm feeling great. Let me see how my screen is looking. Yeah, I guess I'm looking okay. So, yeah, I was a little late getting going. Fooled around, and then I had a delivery coming. You guys know I'm always talking about eventually you got to get your accounts, and you will. And I was having a delivery, and I fooled around. Then I had to wait for the delivery because I didn't want him to show up right in the middle of my stream. And remember, guys, I'm connected. If you're connected with me, I'm on 2 phones, this one and this one. So you can go ahead and text me during this stream if you need to. It's been crazy lately. So anyone who's been trying to connect, I will get back with you as soon as this stream is over. So if I got somebody reaching out for coaching, I got somebody reaching out for this, that, whatever it is, we will get to it right after this stream. I've just been so busy, guys. I'm a working class hustler. I drive big trucks. I run my Amazon business. And I got other things going on. So, but anyone who knows me will tell you I do return my messages and my calls. Let's see here. Oh, you didn't get a notification, Sonia. Let me see. Jim, let me know if our stream is still going, because I just got an error message. So let me know if we're still good. If we're still good, we're just going to keep going. Oops. I'm gonna text Jim real quick and make sure he still got me. Even says it's good. I don't know. If you guys still got me, then hey, I'm gonna disregard. Actually, you know what I'll do? I'll refresh my screen here and see what it says now. Yep, Jim says all good. So looks like I don't know what happened here. That's the wrong title to this video. I'm looking at the title and it says Tactical Arbitrage Live. That's not the title that we put in there. The title that we had matches the video, the upload that went up on Friday. And that title should be Amazon Arbitrage Business Strategies. I don't know. Change that title, Jim, if you can change it now. See what happens. And you guys know, you know how I am. You know how I get to preaching about how we spend all of this time trying to learn different techniques about how to source and get ungated and all this stuff. And you get me going because it's like, okay, it's not just about learning how to source. You're going to learn how to do that. That's just a skill that comes with time, and that's not going to guarantee that you have success in business. You know, you got to understand, when you're doing all that stuff, sourcing, finding, getting ungated and stuff, you're working in the business. Okay? Anybody can work in your business, right? You need to be working on your business, and that's why I talk about management. That was what I was really trying to get through to you on Friday's upload, is to focus on management. We're up to 11 viewers. If you haven't hit that like button, please do. That helps with the YouTube algorithms. CJ Speno says, hey, I'm new to your channel. I need a better way to source. And that's exactly what I was just talking about. Stay on this channel, man. We do a lot of talking about how to source. Also, make sure, if you need to, down in the comments, in the description, there should be a phone number, that would be this phone right here. Type in the words working class hustler. Get connected with me, and from there, if you have questions, just text me like you would text anybody else, and I'll respond as soon as possible and help you, by answering your question. But yeah, we spend a lot of time figuring out how to source, and of course, it's very simple. This is an arbitrage channel, so we talk about going to stores and we talk about using tactical arbitrage. Oh, look at that. Jim changed that already. Isn't that amazing? You gotta love living in the 21st century. See, when you get to be my age, you appreciate that. Tycoon. Hey, thanks for showing up, baby. How are sales going this year? They're going good. They're going good. We'll take a look at that. So don't let me forget. Representing Philly, South Jersey. All right, my man. Deanna says, I'm following your channel as much as I can. I really need to improve my knowledge about TA. No problem. We got a whole series out there. So if you don't find the link, just go to my channel, the homepage to the channel, and find that there's a whole playlist for that. Let's see here. Mike Henderson, what's up? Can you show us how to find a replen? Well, here's the thing about replens. You never know what's going to be a replen. You're just out there sourcing. And the thing of it is, see, y'all going to get me preaching again. The thing of it is, you have to be consistent. You just have to do it. You don't know what replen is going to come. If I showed you all of my replens, here's the one thing I can tell you. I did not say, well, today I'm going to find a replen. Nope. I just kept sourcing. And then when the product sold at the rate that I liked, I went back and said, can I get some more of these? And that's how you do it. If there's anyone out there telling you, hey, today we're going to find a replen, that's not how I do it. I just work. Okay. They call me La Machine. Okay. La Machine. That means I keep on working like a machine. You dig? Okay. Let's see here. What's the secret to find good products as I'm a new seller? There are no secrets. Once you learn the skills, you just apply the skills, and you pick a good product when you go through your process as you're sourcing. So there really are no secrets, just a lot of hard work. But the results come fairly quick. That's what's so great about arbitrage. That's so great about selling on the Amazon platform. When you got your stuff in front of over 300 million people, you're in front of over 300 million customers. It's kind of easy to figure out whether or not you got a winner or a loser now. And let me tell you something else, Deanna. Do not think you're going to get this in one shot. So do not walk into this saying, okay, I'm going to find a product and I'm not going to make any mistakes. Everything is going to work just fine. And because I did this and because I did that, everything is going to work. No, that's not how it works. That's not how business works. That's not how it works at the place where you work at. So let's make sure we're approaching this with the right frame of mind. You are going to make mistakes. Give you an example. I just had to put in a request to destroy 20 products because I realized it didn't work out right. There's nothing I can do because I sell a lot of groceries. So the expiration date is approaching. Things didn't go right. I'm not going to leave product in there that's costing me money. Now, see, that's how you get into management, right? So I had to take the loss. So don't think you're not going to take any losses. You are going to take losses. You're going to fail your way to success. Now, you've probably heard, oh, you got to fail your way to success. And you may have said it yourself. Oh, failure is, this is where you act like it. Get out there and do what you got to do, knowing that you're going to fail and you're going to fail your way to success. And you know what? I'm going to come back to the questions in just a second. But you know what? That just gave me something to talk about. Check this out, guys. Let me show you something. We're gonna read this together. If this works right. I've been fooling around with this. Read this. It says, I never lose. Either I win or I learn. Nelson Mandela. Now, this was given to us courtesy of Sheila, one of the working class hustlers, one of the oldest. So we need to say thank you, but we need to take this. I mean, this is a perfect segue, guys. Exactly what we're talking about. Hold on. And so there are no secrets. Just keep working. Hey, Lisa says hi. Thank you for joining. Let's see. CJ Spinio says, can't share all your products. It's all about the process. Absolutely. Thank you. I need the working class hustlers to chime in and help. If there's anyone new, guys, you have to understand. You guys know this business. You've been following me. Some of you have been following me a year or more. You know this business. If there's a new working class hustler, speak up. Okay? Thank you. I appreciate that. Hey, my boy Mitch. What's going on, baby? Thanks for showing up. My man Drew. Do you consider yourself a telemarketer on wheels? Drew, shut up. And to the working class hustlers, don't mind him. And I'm not being rude. He needs a slap alongside the head every now and then, and I will deliver that on Monday. You're welcome. Okay, so somebody was asking. Somebody was asking, how are my sales doing this year? Give me a second. You know what? I know I'm not supposed to be talking about this, but hey, we family, right? This is a green smoothie. Guys, if you're not getting your greens, and don't think that this doesn't tie in to what you're doing, because if you don't have your health, all of this stuff that we're talking about means nothing. Let me say that again. If you don't have your health, all of this stuff that we're talking about means nothing. So in here, you have spinach, you have kale, you have pineapple, you have apple, you have blueberries, you have blackberries. I forgot the carrots and the cucumber. Well, we'll get that on the next one. Guys, get your greens somehow. Keep your health. Oh, Chris just got off. Hey, Dawn. Thank you for joining. Signed up for TA yesterday with your affiliate, going through your past videos, learning a lot. Thanks for what you do. You're welcome. I do it because I love it. And, you know, on that, when I first came out to this platform and started putting out content, I had my own agenda about what I was going to do. And you know what? Things weren't working right. And then one day I said, you know what? To heck with the agenda. Let me just put the content out here to help people, you know, and that's it. And the minute that happened, things changed. And the biggest thing that changed is I got better. This channel and you coming out to this channel actually makes me better, because it forces me to continue to expand. And get this. Watch this, guys. Look at. Hold on a second. Give me 1 second. I want to show you something, and this is talking about content and how you make me better by just being here. Watch this. You see this, guys? Look at merch by Amazon. Congrats, your request is approved. So what I'm telling you is this. I just got approved for merch by Amazon, and here's why that's important to you. You have to continue to expand. What else is on the Amazon platform that you can take advantage of to expand? Maybe you want to start selling international. That is available to you if you want to do that. Maybe you want to get into merch by Amazon. Does everybody out here know what that is? Merch by Amazon. And while we're looking at that, we're going to come out to my Seller Central account. And here you can see today is June the 27th. The year is 2020. And it looks like I've had 8 sales at that point. Let's do a refresh. And now it's up to 11. And for the last 30 days. So if you took today and you go back, this is the running 30. If you look at that, we've done $15,766.63. And then that brings me to, well, here's what we're going to do. We're going to kind of look at what's been going on for the last, we're going to say 30 days. If I can get this to open up. It may not, because I don't know what's been going on, but I don't know. It looks like Amazon's been changing stuff and it's just not working in the right way. I don't know what's going on. I wanted to show something here. Here, we'll do it this way. We'll go to reports. We'll go to business reports. We'll go year to date. And look at, for the somebody was asking, how's business going this year? So we're looking at this year, how many units we've sold so far, and the amount of total revenue. That's not profit. That's total revenue, what we did this week. And we're comparing this to last year. So here, we haven't even gotten, well, we're halfway through the year, and we're already closing in on the total that we did last year. So for all intents and purposes, if I do the right thing, I have the chance, the opportunity to actually double the revenue that I did last year. I have the opportunity to double that. And you got to understand, guys, I'm a working class hustler. I always preach about being a working class hustler. That means I work a regular job. So you're not going to hear me talking this crap about, and I shouldn't call it crap, but you're not going to hear me talking about fire your job and quit, fire your boss, quit your job and quit, working as a slave. I like my job, Could I do more if I left? Obviously, yes. I got other stuff to think about. Number one, I like the job. Number two, I'm 50. I'm getting close to retirement. I'm not throwing that away. Things would have to really, change in terms of the amount of revenue coming in. And that could happen. But as it stands right now, I ain't going nowhere. So, let's see. Oh, you know what? All right, let me take a few questions and then we'll get into some scans if you want to. Dawn says, great background. Thank you. Let's see. Tycoon says, watching your show during working my 9-to-5 job and sourcing my wholesale lead. Tycoon, this dude, he is about it. I think I've seen you in other live streams, dude. You about your business. This dude, we're going to have to get together, man. I may learn something from you. Okay. Let's see. Who else said something? Okay. Tell you what, I'm going to refresh my screen just to make sure I'm not missing anyone who might have had a comment before we move on. Oh, and there is something. Let's see. Tiago Duziak, if I got that right. Hey, Horace, my man, I'm sourcing outside of the U.S. Do I stand a chance? Do you stand a chance sourcing outside of the United States? Okay, the best way I can answer that is this. To the best of my knowledge, the U.S. platform is the best. I've coached people out of Canada, and they will tell you, in a lot of cases, Canada doesn't move the way the U.S. moves. That's about the extent of what I know. But what I will tell you is this. I would advise you to get on the U.S. platform because you don't have to be in the U.S. That's what prep centers are for. Okay? Yes, you can do arbitrage, and you do not have to be physically located in the United States. You can have an account. You can have a U.S. account. You can source. You can have those packages go to a prep center in the United States. Many of them are in states that do not levy sales tax. So, you can do it. It's going to be a little more difficult. And here are the reasons why. As a matter of fact, I plan on making a video about prep centers and stuff like that because I have my opinion about it. It's not bad, but I have some experience with them. Here's going to, from what I've experienced, here's what's going to be your challenge. Number one, profit margin. You work on real tight profit margins when you're doing online arbitrage, because when you're doing online arbitrage, guess what? Everybody else can do it. Everyone else with a computer and a connection has access to the same products that you have access to. So there you have it. Margins are going to be slimmer. And now you got to factor in the cost to prep the items. Now, remember, if you use a prep center that's in a tax-free state, that's going to help negate some of that. That's going to help cancel out some of the prep costs, but not entirely. Your margins will be slim starting out. Another thing that you're probably going to have as a challenge is time. That prep center, in my experience, added another, if I was lucky, added another 2 weeks to the process. Now, maybe they've gotten better since then. Maybe someone has experience with a prep center that's much quicker. I used one called Prime Zero Prep, one of the best out there, tax-free state. Everything sounded great on the surface. And it worked. It absolutely worked. But I could not work in that time frame. I need my stuff to the center quicker. And there are other things that I'll talk about when I make the video. Hey, we're up to 19 viewers. Oh, it's fluctuating, 19, 18. Hit the like button, the thumbs up if you're out here, guys. Thank you so much. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. I don't know how you might be out here if you're not, but you never know. If you're out here and you are not subscribed to the channel, then please hit that subscribe button and join the Working Class Hustler family. This is what we do. Understand what you're signing up for. It's absolutely free. You'll never miss anything. And this ain't one of them channels that say, sign up and join so that you can be notified when we come out. No, we know when. Around here, we know when the next video is going to be. Every Thursday and every Friday are the uploads. And every Saturday we go live without fail. Without fail. So sign up and hit the bell notification so that you can be notified every Thursday and Friday and Saturday. You like how that works? You ain't got to wonder around here. Deanna says, do you recommend to hire a VA? You guys got some good questions today. You guys got some good questions. And if you're new to the channel, you have to understand, not only am I an Amazon FBA speaker, I'm also known as the arbitrage preacher. I'm here to teach you, and that's why we go a little deeper, and we're going to do it right now. Do I recommend a VA? It all depends. I have used them. Personally, I prefer to use out of Bangladesh. That's just my preference. I don't use them anymore. I don't need them. That may change, but understand what I'm telling you. I only advise to use a VA when you're ready. I think I see some people trying to jump into this and they think they're going to automate everything right off the bat. Excuse me. You need to be ready, okay? And there's a lot you can do without the added expense of a VA. Now, on the flip side, I know people are going to argue, and I'm not going to, and they may be right. Oh, you got to think from the onset. You got to think about, expanding, about scaling and all of this stuff. I'm not saying that it's a bad thing, but your question was, do I recommend a VA? I really don't. And I'm not saying, let me make sure we're clear about this. I'm not saying that you should never use a VA. I don't really recommend them. I will tell you this. If you continue working your business with your fingers and you keep doing what you need to do and you become La Machine and you do the things and you start growing, you will know when it's time for a VA. You will know. You know, a lot of it has to do with your personality. I'm not 100% sure I have the personality for a VA. That may change. You know what I mean? I like getting my hands dirty. I like proving that I can do it and have a job. Now, a lot of people will tell me, Horace, you're crazy. Tell you what, we'll talk about it. Let's see. Yeah, so Deanna, you're new to the business. No, I don't recommend a VA for you. And here's the reason why. Number one, you don't need the money going out. Number two, you need to learn this business inside and out before you start teaching someone else, because essentially that's what you're going to do. And even if you find someone that already knows the business, you need to know the business inside and out so that you can oversee what they're doing. So that you really know what they need access to and what you may not want them to have access to. So that you can really, understand if they're doing that, what are you doing? So you need to have you need the skills, you need the knowledge, and only time is going to give you that. You're welcome. Let me see. I have tactical arbitrage and I'm not having success to found it. It's about, I don't know, so many weeks. I guess you've had it. Tell you what. On that note, let's do a search. Let's do a search together and we're going to see what we can find, okay? Let's do it like this. Hang on, guys. We're going to get inside of my tactical arbitrage. And then we're going to see. So here, let me share my screen. Okay, so here we are inside of my, actually, Deanna, what categories are you trying to work in? That could have an impact on the success. And James Hancock says, how and where do you find items to sell? If I'm doing online arbitrage, I use tactical arbitrage. I like to source Walmart. I like to source Target. I do a lot with those. Some people will advise you against those because so many people are already using those, but I always manage to find good deals. Pet supplies, office, and house. Okay. So I think I might have had some searches already done in that, but they're old. So here's what we'll do. What we'll do, rather than pick a store, we'll do a reverse search. Now, most of us are familiar, but for the benefit of those who are not, a reverse search, you don't pick a particular store. You're telling the software, go to Amazon, look at their best sellers, and of those best sellers, look through all of the stores that you can source, see if you can find a deal for me based on the criteria that I'm going to put down in the different fields. So you like pet supplies, and we're going to scan best sellers for that. We could look under most wished, movers and shakers. Now this is going to take a while for this search to probably show us something. So what we're going to do, we're going to look through some older searches after we get this one going. Now, here's where you got to pay attention, because you may not be getting success because you're not doing certain things. Number one, I talked about this in a video. If you're not putting anything in store price reductions, and you wouldn't do that for a reverse search, but for a product search. So you're picking a particular store. If you're not putting any store price reductions in here, you're already messing up. Okay? Because if you can walk in the door with a 20% discount, you're already 20% ahead. You see what I'm saying? Ahead of everyone else who's just using the software without putting anything into the store price reductions. Where are you going to get that? I talk about, I talk about SalesGazer. It's free. Go to salesgazer.com, and then you can pick stores and have, instead of having your inbox filled with all sorts of sales, you can have stuff come right to your Sales Gazer account. And look at what if you looked at this? I wouldn't think to shop Nordstrom.com, but what if extra 25% off women's clearance clothing, shoes, and accessories? Okay. Now the way I would do it, just to show you, and I could be doing it weird. If you know a better way, that's fine. But all I do is come into the search, and I might type in some search. Say if I said off entire site or store, they usually call it. This may work, this may not. And that gave me nothing. But I could put in % off. And look at. We start looking at different stuff. See, we don't want up to. We want to look for those where it says off the entire store, because then you know you can put that percentage off, or at least off of a particular category. Okay. You see what it says, 40% off site wide. Okay. Then you know, if you go to this store, all posters, which I never source, but you might, and you type in that 40%, you see how that works? You see what where I'm going with that? Now, what are you putting in your remove rank? Look at, I got 500,000 in here. Most people are going to go, oh, that's too high. Look at the numbers that I'm doing. If you ain't doing those numbers and you want to at least get to where I'm at, I'm not telling you that I'm doing crazy numbers, but look at the numbers I'm doing. If you're not doing them, maybe you want to stick 500,000 in here. Okay. Maybe that's what you're doing wrong. You're setting your filters too narrow. You need to expand your filters. You shouldn't have a lot of stuff in this area. Under the remove, you definitely want to remove third-party sellers until you know what you're doing. There are some third-party sellers that I have used, but I knew what I was doing by then, okay? I ain't got nothing in none of these, okay? Look at, I put in, now for me, yours, I would advise you, if you're new, put $1 in here. Cost per pound to ship to Amazon, because you're not shipping in big enough shipments to really bring the price down. This is actually higher. I usually pay maybe 30 cents a pound to get it in, because my shipments are that big now. Now, profit. Look at, I got $1. If there's at least $1 in it, if there's at least 20% return on investment, what are you putting in there? Well, I want at least $10. And then you wonder why you're not getting, you know what I mean? Guys, here's the thing. When you get started, you got to pay your dues. You got to pay your dues. Get your business plan together and quit trying to act like you've been out here and you've paid the price. You better be lucky if you get 20%. And here's what you have to do. You have to make sure your thinking is right. How much do you have to put towards sourcing this month? If you got $100, you can start with $100. And if you're okay with 20% return on investment, of course you want more than that. But here's what's good about accepting a lower ROI. It gets you moving. See, because it's not just about, there's a whole bunch of things that are happening at the same time here. You don't think that you're just coming out here to find a product to put on Amazon to sell. That's not where the success comes from. The success comes in the repetitiveness of it. And things are happening because as you're sourcing and you're saying, you know what, all I can get is 15% today, but I'm doing something today. I'm not going to sit around and wait for the ship to come in. I'm going to swim out to it, get what I can get. Sooner or later, 100%, 300% ROI will come. On top of the 20% that you keep getting on a repetitive basis. This is a game of baseball, guys. If you're standing at the plate and you're thinking that all I'm swinging at is fastballs that I think I can knock out of the park, you're not going to win the pennant. Look at the team that won the pennant. They did not all hit just home runs. They had bunts, they had singles, base hits, doubles. It wasn't always a home run, bases loaded. Okay? So you need to change your thinking. If you're saying, I can't find anything, finish the statement. I can't find anything because all I want is home runs, and ain't nobody throwing home runs to me because I haven't put the time in, and I'm not willing to put the time in to finally earn and pay my dues. You see what I'm saying? You see why I get excited about this? You see why I get animated? Okay, so let's get back to setting up this search. So from here, all I do is go search. And as you guys know, I'm just sort of watching this area right here and watching it populate. Now let me go back to some questions. Let's see. CJ says, keep swimming, baby. Looks like we're up to 22 viewers. Guys, if you have not hit the like button, please do so. It helps. Look at, if you hit it now, you'll watch it move. Look at this. You see that right there? Go ahead and hit it and watch it change like magic. Gabriel says, hey, new here, been watching you for a couple of months, and I have to say you're one of the best and know what you're talking about. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I don't know everything, Gabe, but I do obviously know enough to get to where I am. So what I like to show is that, hey, you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be some big guru that has all the answers. You know who you can be? You can be exactly who you are. And as long as you keep moving, guys, do not stop. You don't know what you don't know. You think you know. You don't know. I don't know. The only thing you know is you got a plan. And you know that plan is going to change. It will be revealed to you when the time is right. As long as you're out there, as long as you're in the game, something's going to break. If you would have told me 3 years ago, Horace, you're going to be selling snack foods, I never would have believed it. I came from the bodybuilding supplement background. I don't want to get into a subject on snack food. I know it's not the best foods. I don't know. You got me there. But the point is this. I didn't decide, hey, I'm going to sell snack food. Somehow I was busy in the business. One thing somehow led to another. And before you know it, boom. And I love snack food because Americans love it. It sells. It's very replenishable. Actually, me and Jim were thinking about creating a course just for the snack food industry. It's so exciting to me, dynamic, and someone else may find it exciting as well and really want to get into it. It's a weird kind of industry. You don't approach it the way you approach selling Xboxes or whatever. You know, it has its own set of quirks and things, and I enjoy it. So I don't know. Let me know if you would be interested in a maybe we'll put together a series or whatever we may do around grocery and gourmet. But in the meantime, oh, look, we already got a product added. Here, let's do this. Let's go into view data, and we're going to see if this thing is going to act right. Half the time I can't, because anybody that follows me, you know I don't like the advanced view. I like the basic view. And when you go to sort and filter, sometimes it doesn't want to allow me to select the store that I want or whatever. Let me see. All right. And for some reason, I'm not seeing any data. So here's what we'll do. We'll come over to my search manager. We'll look at completed. We'll come over to pet supplies. Now this was an older search, but Deanna said that's an area that she likes, so we'll take a look. We may find something, we may not. So why is it only showing me 1 out of 23,356? Let's go into the filters. The first thing we're going to do is take out that match quality, because what that's trying to do is look at pictures and make an assessment. Should we show this based on how well we can match? Okay, let's see. And it looks like we ain't got enough stores selected. So we're going to select them all. And then we're going to apply. And now we're looking up here. Oh, not showing my screen. I got you. Here we go. And still only showing 1 item. So you know what we'll do? While we're here on this 1 item, we'll look at it. Now here's the way I do. One of the first things I do is make sure I'm not restricted, because if I am, ain't no sense in going any further. I'm not. Next thing I want to look at is it even in stock? It says yes, but that could change. If it's not in stock, look at that. It ain't. Now we'll go back to our filters and we'll see. Okay. What we're supposed to be looking at is pet supplies. And I don't know. Let me see. See, this is what I'm talking about. Let's see here. All right, well, we got a lot more now. I'm just going to kind of look through here. eBay, I don't source at usually. Now look at. Now, a quick glance at the number of sellers will help you to determine whether or not you even want to look in there. If you only see 1 seller, 9 times out of 10, it's the manufacturer, and you're going to run into IP issues. But you see why I like the basic search? Right here I can see I'm looking at a 38% return on investment. Now, you know my business plan. I'm okay with 20%. So here's 30%. Now you're looking at, you might think, $2.24. Yeah, but that's 38% return on investment out of some of the dollars that I have allotted towards my business this month. It's not about this particular item. It's about the total amount of monies that you have for sourcing this month and how much is coming back. You follow? Now let's see, because this may be restricted. Nope, it's not. Then you'll look at Petco. It should be $5.39. It may be here. It may not. Let's see. And then we gotta, now here, this is something I do. If I have that particular store near me, I may actually create a list so that I could go and physically go to the store. I like retail arbitrage. So I'm using the software, And I may actually, instead of going online, if I can get it in the store, I'm willing to do it. Now, this is out of stock. Now, here's what you can do, guys. What you can do, if it was something that you really wanted, we don't need to like save this, but what you could do, in case you didn't know it, you can actually have the software alert you when this product comes back in stock from Petco. If you don't know how to do that, if that's something you want to learn, I can show you. But at this point, I would just move on. Let me just make sure I got no questions. Oh, Gabe says, how do I get one-on-one coaching call? First thing you got to do is connect with me. If we ain't connected, then it's probably not going to happen. So look down in the comments, or somebody post my number in the chat. I guess we could. Here, I'll post it. It is oops. So what you're going to do, you're going to text the words working class hustler to this number. I just posted it, if I got it right. Yeah. And then after you do that, what's going to happen is I'm going to respond, and I'm going to ask you what your name is so that we can get you saved. When you give me your name, I'm going to add you to my contacts. I'm going to text you back saying that we are officially connected, and then you can start, hitting me up with all your questions and stuff you want to talk about. And if you want to actually get on a call, it's no problem. We'll talk. We got to find a time that works for both of us, but okay. See how you only got 2 sellers here? I'd be careful with that. But look at that. That's a 61% return on investment. You may not like these numbers. It's okay. Get into it anyway so that you can get going. Other things are going to open up. Okay. See how you only got 1 seller here? You already know. But here you have 8 sellers. I don't really care to source at Sears. But for a 70% return on investment, we'll at least see. 9 times out of 10, they're not going to have it. You just kind of learn this as you go. Well, I'll be doggone. Now, we're going to double check this. Oh, and look it. You can even get more money. $5 off $50 or more, or $35 off $300, blah, blah, blah. What is that? Okay. So what we would do at this point, we're approved for it, right? They have it in stock at the store at the price. At least it appears so at this point. Then we want to look to see what price is it on Amazon. All right? Because $22.24 for a dog bone, I don't know. Not quite, but we don't know just yet. And we got to make sure that's the right flavor. That was chicken. I don't know. See, this is original. There ain't no chicken. But I tell you what we'll do. I don't even see original out here. Give me a second. My system is a little slow. Just for the sake of of showing you my process. We're going to continue looking as soon as my computer unlocks. I don't know what has been going on, but I'm telling you, there are some products on Amazon. And I'll go and try to look at that product on the Amazon website, and it will lock up on me. I don't know if anyone else, look it just did it again. I don't know if anyone else has been having that problem, but certain products, even products that I regularly replenish, I'll go out there and it'll lock up. Let's see here. So we'll move on because that one ain't working right. Let's see now. So you don't always get a perfect match. This says Himalayan cheese. And anyway, that price isn't right. Let's see what else we can find here. What is this? Fish flakes. So you would need approval for this. But remember, if it says you need an approval, go ahead and ask. You may just get one. In this case, we did not. But you never know. Let's see now. I don't know about this. This could be kind of big. Well, big for a guinea pig, huh? Let's see. See there? We just got approved. And it'll start happening for you guys. I will tell you, once I got to a certain level, I started getting ungated for a lot more stuff. But look at here in the basic view, right away you can see the type of sales they're getting. So you might think, $2.75. But look at, if you get your volume up, that could make the difference. Should be $4.27 at this site. It's out of stock. Guys, this is what it's all about. This is the work that goes into it. Let's see. 16, 19. Yeah, we'll see. This is the 5.5 ounce. And all of a sudden that price is no longer right. This is the work that goes in, guys. And this is what separates the people who are going to make it out here and those who will not. Let's see now. I doubt if I get approved on that. Yeah, I figured that brand right there, that's tough. I don't actually do a lot in this category. I have done some with some, I've had some cat food replenishables, but generally speaking, nah, I don't do all that great. Let's see here. Oh, that's eBay. Forget it. I'll take a break from this and see if there's any questions. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's good. That's good info, Tiago. Watch out for Sears. They got third-party sellers. And while I'm looking, let me talk a little bit more about what Friday's video was about. business strategies. Somebody type in the comments, if you're paying attention, what do I preach about? What is the strategy that I recommend? I'm going to give you a hint. Think like a blank. Hustle like a blank. Okay? Let's see. While you're thinking about that, I'm looking at this. Now, see, Target, they usually ain't jive, man. I can usually find what I'm looking for there. But we'll see. Because this is 2 ounce. This is 2 ounce. But we got to make sure this is a multi-pack. Sometimes you got to be... Okay. Then what I would do from here, if it doesn't lock up on me, I would filter. See, look at right away. You see there's no FBA sellers. If we sold at FBA, we could probably sell this for $10, $9.99 or whatever, however you want to work it up there. And look at the estimated sales. Guys, this is something right here. Now, you can look at your chart if you want to. Remember, this is not a keeper chart. This is a history chart. Now, what I would probably do is edge it. Click on this button, open up Tactical Edge. And see, right here, I'm looking, that can't be right. This says that the buy box is $3.03. Now, I know I'm not seeing that. How do we, let me see if we open that up. Yeah, see, that's wrong. But, let's see, look at, this is what you got to be considering, because I prefer to look at the average 90-day range. But if I come across here, I'm just sort of watching. You see how that jumped up? So you can see pretty much Amazon has had this product in stock, and that's when it stays down. Now, what I might do at this point, I might look at the keeper chart, and this Amazon tan area is just solid. So, I probably wouldn't go for it, because chances are they're going to restock it, and then you're going to be stuck with it. It just depends on how I feel, though. I might try a couple of them. I don't know. Like I said, I don't do a lot with in this category. Let's see here. But yeah, we'll get back to that. But remember what I was saying? Think like a wholesaler, hustle like an arbitrage guy. For those of you that are looking for replens, you got the right mindset, because that's one of the main reasons that people like wholesale, is because they can replen, because arbitrage is a lot of work. But remember, with that work comes greater return on investment. And I think you have an advantage as an arbitrage guy. If you could think like a wholesaler, act like an arbitrage guy, you have the chance to get the best of both worlds. Okay? The wholesale guy typically does not enjoy big margins. His thing is he can replenish. You're out there doing arbitrage, you might be able to find a product. You're going to find better margins just by virtue of the fact that you're doing arbitrage. And then you mess around and find a replenishable. Now you're replenishing with arbitrage type return on investment. You follow me there? Does that make sense? And then somebody just asked, do you think I can sell crystal meth on Amazon? And then he spelled it wrong, had the nerve to correct it. To correct the spelling. That was good. I gotta say, boy. Sorry, I'm a little high. Well, I thank you all the same. That was good. Yeah, CJ liked that too. Okay, on that note, we're gonna go back. We're gonna go back out here and see if we can maybe find something. Like I said, this is not this is not my favorite category anyway, but there is money in this category. I know that. If you're willing to learn it, you know, there's money in there. And don't forget, okay, you might look and see only estimated 11 sales. A lot of times that's wrong, guys. It's to be used as a guide. It's not the Bible. I got replenishables that nobody's jumping on, because when they look in this software and they see it, they go, 1 or 2 a month, it ain't worth my time. And I'm killing it with them. I mean, when I say kill it, I can't keep them in stock. Looks like my producer Jim lost electricity, so he's watching on his phone. We do it however we can, right? We're working class hustlers. Hang in there, Jimmy. And see, all I'm doing right now, all I'm looking at is number of sellers, because right then and there, that's telling me whether or not I even want to mess around with it. Then I'll hover over. See, that's 24 cans. So I'm going to pay about $12 for that. And you know, this type of food is heavy. I may look at it. I may not. I would have to, bundle it. I don't know if I want to deal with it. But I do know this. It would definitely be replenishable. So that may be something you want to look into. Let's see here. 13 people are on this. Were we good on that? Okay. Now we're going to see if Walmart has it for $2.90. Oh boy. See, when you start getting into all this, chances are you might as well just save some time and keep on moving, because the software pulled something that you're not going to be able to work with. Now, here's another trick. What you could do. Wait. Now you see how you got all of this volatility. This is not a product that I'm looking for, because that's on eBay. But all this volatility, and Amazon, they haven't had it. I would need approval on it. But what I could do, and this is for you, Deanna, follow me. You got the software. You can do everything that I'm doing. I'm going to edge it. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to let it load. And I'm going to look at the people. See, when you got somebody who has 29,754 rankings, that's a big boy. Look at how many of these he has in stock. Okay? Look at how many ratings this guy has. Look at how many he has in stock. Maybe this guy could help us out. Let's do a reverse search on his store. If he only has 136 SKUs, or ranking reviews, I should say, he might be at the level that we could take, maybe find a product or two. Okay? So we'll let the system load all of his ASINs. It's only 79 of them. We'll come over to advanced. Now we're doing a search. We're using the same filters, the same fields, but we're searching his store. This is how the game goes, baby. You better recognize, because as you get bigger, people are going to be reverse searching your stores. It doesn't matter. You're not going to buy everything, single product he has, but he can give you some ideas. All of my stuff pretty much stays the same. What's the name of his store? MAH. We'll do a search. Maybe something will come up while we're out here. Okay? I mean, there's only 79 products. It's not going to take long. So you see how you let the software lead you down a path you don't know. But look it's already checked 10 products already. So let me just double check in case anybody had a question. Tycoon, you always say that. Ain't nobody trying to do a reverse search on your stinking stove. Oh boy, I don't know about you. Alright, let's see what else is going on. So we'll leave that go. And we'll come back to our search. Who knows? Maybe we'll find something. But again, back to what I was saying. I really want to make this. If you want to adopt my business strategy, you have to be thinking about replenishables, but you can't think about it in terms of, okay, today I'm going to go and find myself a replenishable. You're saying today I'm going to do the work. And I know that in time, replenishables are going to come as a result of my effort, not as a direct result of efforts, specific towards finding a replenishable. The effort itself will reveal replenishables to me because I have spoken to my subconscious. Your mind understands that replenishables are important to you. So as you're going about the business, your mind is going to pull to the front things that could possibly be replenishables. But you can't just go in and say, look at a product and tell, is it a replenishable? You don't know. You don't know if you're going to be able to continue to get that product at the store that you found it at doing arbitrage today. How do you know that? Especially if you're shopping at places like me, Ollie's and Big Lots and stuff like that. You don't know. It could be a one-off type deal. Okay. You know, this isn't a match, but this is a good brand. If you can find a deal with these do sell. They don't have the best return on investment, but those begging strips or whatever you call them. Let's see here. Let me see who's selling these. Before I even go any further, I just want to see who's selling these, because that'll give me an idea of whether or not was that in stock? Yeah. It comes in different sizes though, don't it? So what do you have to try and well, that size is small. I don't know what all that is. See, now this is what I like. When I see Amazon and the price isn't dropping crazy every time they're in stock, it's holding steady. Some people won't jump in with Amazon. I got no problem. And my experience has shown me they'll let me jump in with them. Yeah, I might actually look into that one. Let's edge it and see what happens. Check beads exclusive. See, this was an older scan that I did. That's why it's not matching up. And you could, when you're on your scans, you could actually update the data. I don't know how long that would take, but you could update it and then it would show you more numbers as far as what's really going on today. Just sort of looking around at it a little bit. Yeah, I'd probably look into that. I mean, that price isn't bad. I might try 2 of them, see if they would work. 66% return on investment. I wouldn't let 9 monthly sales scare me when you only got 2 sellers out there or whatever. That might be one I'd look at. So then what I would do, I'd probably make a folder for Chewy and then put it in that folder and I could come back to it later. All right, let me double check and see if I had any questions. Actually, let's see how long we've been out here. We've been out here 1 hour and 18 minutes. I'm sure you're probably tired of hearing my mouth. Tycoon says my storefront had only 5 reviews so far. Hang in there. I can remember when mine only had 5 reviews and now it's over 1,000. It'll come. It's not something that I focus on. That's part of the game. And I forget what the averages are. What is it? It probably takes, oh my God, for every 50 sales, you might get 1 person that leaves a review, and then you better hope that's a good review. I don't know if the numbers, I'm probably off with that. You could Google it and figure it out, but there's software you can use to try to encourage people to leave reviews. Amazon tries to encourage them. People really don't care unless something goes wrong in most cases. Tiago, Horace, why don't you pay for Keepa so you can see the rank as well? Well, because I'm getting the rank right in right in tactical arbitrage, and it works for me. If you think that the data in Keepa is somehow better, then yeah, go with that. But I don't. And I go back to when Keepa was free and it had all the data in it. and I just never really went with them once they started. And it's not, I really should go ahead and get it. Not that I need it, because I've proven to myself that I don't need it. I should do it just to give back a little. For all that I have taken from Keeper, I should probably give something back. And it's not very expensive, like, I don't know, $15 a month or something like that. Is that what it costs? But I don't know. Maybe I will. Okay, guys. Let me know if you had any questions. Let me know if you're interested in merch by Amazon. I don't think. Oh, I didn't answer some questions here. Mike Henderson said, "Do you use number of sales per month as a buying criteria?" I use it as a guide, knowing that this stuff is part art, part science, and nothing's gonna, you know what I mean? There's no way you can get the exact number. But if you use enough factors together in a type of synergistic manner, if you will, you can put the odds in your favor. Selling on Amazon is just like life. It's a system of odds. So what you do is you try to put the odds in your favor for the outcome that you desire in anything that you do in life, right? So remember, how I preach about you don't have to be perfect, and quit trying to be perfect. Don't be afraid. We try not to take losses. But what if that's, we don't want to, we talk about failing our way to success. Too much failure, well, you're going to knock yourself out of the game. But we can't be so afraid of failure that we won't allow ourselves to learn from it, right? You get better and better at this as you do it. You'll get to a point where you can just look at a product and you're like, okay, I already know I'm going to sell them. The question is how much of a profit? Not if I'm going to get a profit, not if I'm going to sell, how much of return on investment am I going to get? So let me see that I forget anybody else. Pardon me if I do. Let's see. Gina, how do I get the hummingbird extension? All you do is go to hold on a second. Let me see. I love that extension. So, oops. Let's, what are we going to do? First, what we're going to do is show the hummingbird extension. So remember that dog bar I was looking at? And, hold on a second. Let me show a little bit more of my screen. And if you look up in your extensions, now I'm using Google Chrome, but up in your extensions, there's the hummingbird extension. And if you click on that, without even having to leave the Amazon page, you can get a lot of information, right? You can see the number of sellers, Amazon's price, new price, sales rank, blah, 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 blah. And you can go right to Tactical Edge right from the page. You can get right into the data. How do you do that? Well, let's see. You could come to Google, and I guess you could type in hummingbird extension. That might do it. And that didn't do it. So then if that doesn't do it, what you can do is you can come over. Well, here, let's go back. If I can find my extensions out here somehow. Sometimes I forget. how I do this crap. Okay. So yeah, if you're in Chrome, come over to that all the way over to the right. And then you'll come down to more tools. You'll come down to extensions, and then you'll type whatever you wanted. So humming, yeah, and there you will install it right from there. And you can see all of my extensions that I use. The same way you install your Keepa, your Does It Melt, so that you can see if a product, they won't let you send it in because the weather's too hot. If you're using tactical, if you're going to use, what is it? The button that we click to see if you're gated on a product, if there are any restrictions, if you're restricted. That's part of an app, a part of an extension, I should say. If you're using Rakuten, Rev Seller, TubeBuddy, Tactical Bucket, all this crap, Helium 10, all you do is go into your extensions, type it. Now, of course, you have to, for a lot of these, you got to have an account. But once you get in, it'll ask you for all that junk. And you just get going. Hope that helped. Let's see if it did. Let's see. Gina, yeah, Tycoon is saying Hummingbird, it comes with TA. You have to have the subscription. You do have TA, don't you? I thought you did, Gina. Hey, Deborah. Thanks for showing up. Hey, I'm just glad you came. Hit that like button. Did you hear me, girl? Hit that like button. There you go. Yeah, that's pretty much going to wrap it up, guys. We've been out here now for almost an hour and a half. So we're going to hang out for a few more minutes. A few meaning like 3. And then from there, I'm going to go to my phone in case anybody's looking to connect or whatever. And we'll go from there. I'm thinking next week for the uploaded videos, I'm thinking we might go with my Aura repricer. I do use a repricer for anybody that's interested in that. I don't recommend that for newbies, but I don't know if you were aware of this. Prices on Amazon are dynamic. I mean, they are changing constantly. And when you get to a certain level, it's not so much about profit margin. It's more about profit, about product turnover. How quick are you moving that inventory? Because you start thinking more like a business person, and you're thinking, all right, you hate to have revenue tied up in inventory. You want that coming back to you so that you can buy more inventory. And then you can worry about how long it's sitting out there tied up in inventory so you can get it back. So you can put it into more inventory. And you just go round and round. It's crazy. Oh, yep. So you do have TA. So you're good to go. You should have been using this. So, yeah. I don't know. If you guys had any other questions, let me know. I don't think anybody really cares about merch by Amazon. But hey, me and Jim, we're going to be learning about it. We're going to expand, and as whether you like it or not, you're going to learn about merch because we'll be putting videos out about it for those who are interested, and we'll go from there. So, let's see. that's pretty much gonna wrap it up, guys. Music. That was it. Thank you so much for being with us. You know how to connect now if you're not already connected. If you're not subscribed, take a moment and hit that subscribe button, and also hit the bell notification so that you can be notified on Thursdays and Fridays when we upload, and on Saturdays when we go live without fail. Remember, guys, this is Horace. What to sell on Amazon, respecting your mind, your time, and most definitely your grind. I've shown you how to go out there and get some of that paper. It's time to go get mine. Good things are supposed to happen to you. I'm out of here. Somebody just text the words working class hustler. Well, time for me to go, guys. Later.